Bikini Bottom, the underwater city that somehow functions despite being populated by a cast of characters so dim-witted, it's a miracle they haven't accidentally nuked the ocean floor. Ever watched an episode of SpongeBob SquarePants and thought, how do these people survive? From brainless antics to questionable life choices, the residents of Bikini Bottom might just be the poster children for stupidity in a fictional universe. Let's dive into the hilarious chaos and figure out why most of these aquatic weirdos are as sharp as a sponge's edges. First up, let's talk about Patrick Star. The man, well, Starfish literally lives under a rock, which feels like nature's way of saying, don't expect much from this one. Patrick is the type of guy who'd forget his own name if it weren't for SpongeBob reminding him every 5 minutes. Remember the time he thought mayonnaise was an instrument? Or when he didn't realize he was holding a chocolate bar while screaming about it being stolen. Patrick's stupidity is so profound. It transcends logic and becomes an art form. Now, onto Squidward Tentacles, who's technically the intellectual of the group, but don't be fooled. Squidward's smugness is often his downfall. He thinks he's above everyone else, but let's face it, the guy's a failed artist with a soul-crushing job and zero social skills. He's like that one coworker who constantly complains about how much better they are than the job they're stuck in, but never actually does anything to change their situation. His superiority complex doesn't make him smart, it just makes him sad. Then there's Mr. Krabs, the money-obsessed crab who's so cheap he'd probably charge his own daughter rent if he thought he could get away with it. Mr. Krabs' greed often leads to catastrophically dumb decisions, like selling SpongeBob's soul for pocket change or building a hotel just to scam Squidward out of his paycheck. His tunnel vision for profits is so extreme it's almost impressive, but it also explains why the Krusty Krab hasn't expanded into a franchise. And let's not forget Plankton, the supposed evil genius of Bikini Bottom. For someone with a computer wife and a knack for inventions, Plankton sure spends a lot of time failing miserably. Even the background characters in Bikini Bottom aren't immune to the stupidity epidemic. Take the countless fish who keep eating at the Krusty Krab despite the restaurant's questionable hygiene and occasional destruction. And don't even get me started on the citizens' complete inability to handle chaos. One minor incident, and they're running around screaming like it's the end of the world. So why are Bikini Bottom's residents so dumb? Maybe it's the pressure of living underwater. Maybe it's the lack of oxygen. Or maybe the writers just know that stupidity is comedy gold. Whatever the reason, their collective lack of brain power is what makes Bikini Bottom so entertaining.